Someone give me the phone, cause I called it! Hey everyone, Mark Dude here, talking about the upcoming double-sized Sonic IDW issue 75. We now, at last, know what's going down in the final part of this arc. We got all the covers and the solicitation. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, no, the Deadly Six are not involved, no, Starline isn't back. All these covers are just to commemorate the 75th issue milestone. Hence why we have so many covers. Just like what they did with issue 50, having so many characters on there. Just wait till we get to issue 100. The same thing will happen, if not more so. Anyway, back to the solicitation of issue 75. It states, the higher they fly, the harder they fall. It's time for a double-sized arc finale. If Clutch can't win, he'll take everyone down with him. Trapped in a flying battleship set to explode on a collision course with Central City. Can Sonic find a way to thwart Clutch's maniacal vengeance? Identities are revealed, plans are in motion, and there's no going back now. I knew it! I knew it! I knew Clutch was going to do something like this. You want to know how I knew? Well, it was kind of foreshadowed thanks to a few things. 1, a giant ship they made to travel around the world. 2, issue 74's cover has a fire going on in the city. 3, back in issue 67, Surge saying how it would be a shame if someone burned the place to the ground. And finally, one of issue 75's covers has a fire in the background. The pieces were all there. He's gonna bring the ship, which is set to explode, into the city. With the ship already about to explode, if it crashes into the city, it would cause a massive chain reaction explosion. He is not messing around. He's lost it. Doing this would cause a lot of lost lives. You know, for how smart Clutch has been doing with this plan of his, I'm actually very surprised that he didn't come up with a plan B if things went south. Unless this was a plan B, of course. Again, he should have had a backup plan just in case someone was going to catch on. It was probably written that way for story purposes. So, it appears by the summary that everyone has Clutch cornered in the ship. So, everyone who's on board has to stop him. Along with his crew of villains. Our own Sinister Six. I'm not sure if Clutch is going to escape from the ship. Like, if he actually jumps ship and has a parachute. We have to wait and see. Speaking of waiting, we've been waiting for Ruff and Tumble to show up. So thanks to these covers, we know that they're going to show up in the finale. Again, I knew it was going to happen, that it would show up at some point. By the way, I'm still betting that they are, Dr. Yoke and that Badnik in disguise, I'm pretty sure. The size and everything, I think it's them. Now, Dual Mimic. It's stated that identities are revealed. Does this mean that issue 75 is when it gets exposed? Maybe. I mean, they could be referring to Sonic revealing that he's a Phantom Rider to, Lanaland, maybe. But I don't think they would have, just that right there as a, identities are revealed. For Sonic. No, I don't think it's about, Sonic. I think it might be about Duo Mimic. And also probably, the identity of who else is helping, Clutch, Search and Kid, helping Clutch, everyone finding out that they were working with him. Maybe that. And maybe also showing that Ruff and Tumble were involved in this too. Maybe that. I could be reaching, but who knows. I do think that he is going to get exposed eventually, obviously, in this issue or 74. Plus, being on a big ship would be the perfect place to mess with everyone. Disguise himself as the others to try to get away. Mess with Whisper and the Diamond Cutters. Regardless though, if he gets exposed in issue 74 or 75, it's still gonna happen regardless. It's still gonna happen, so we have to wait and see and look forward to it. Ooh, I look forward to Whisper's reaction. And I mean that in I'm looking forward to a reaction, but I'm also not at the same time, but I know she'll be angry and upset about, this, finding out she was right the entire time, so yeah, I'm still gonna wonder, how she's gonna be, after this. I don't know. Ugh. Ooh, it's gonna be good and bad. Ooh. We now get to Surge and Kit. We still have zero idea what's gonna happen here. Will they continue to fight on Clutch's side, or will they stop and try to help Sonic and company? Just because they're on the villain side on, the covers here, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be helping him, of course. Don't, immediately jump to conclusions about that. It could just be, showing them that they are, are on Clutch's, team, but we don't know if they're gonna be helping them in the beginning, but then changing sides, or you know what I mean. We can't just assume anything just right off the bat with his covers here. Remember, they're starting to like the praise for being called heroes, so who knows? Though, part of me is, very worried, cause, the kid and the dad from the Trial by Fire arc is on one of the covers. While this could be just a coincidence, cause the cover is just showing off all the characters who've appeared in the comics so far, but another thing, Surge brings up the forest fire in issue 67, which she and Kid caused back then. Why on earth would they mention this out of all the things? Why would they have Amy and Surge talking about this out of the blue? Why that? They could have been talking about anything else. Why that specifically? You see what I mean? And the kid saw them in the forest, and if he does show up and sees them, regardless if there's a fire going on or not, he may point out that it was them who caused the fire, and everyone turns on them, and that's on top of them already working for Clutch, and obviously everyone's gonna find out about that. So, oh boy, and then they would go back to being how the world, turning on them, and oh boy, I hope not. They're starting to be happy. Oh, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but you see what I mean with all the hints and drops and clues and stuff. Oh boy. Moving on, we see all the players in play here in the covers. Team Babylon, the Chaotix, Diamond Cutters, etc. They're all here. Except for Knuckles, of course. I really do wish he was here. Anyway, we also do see Knight and Dawn. I know that Knight is on the ship commentating, so it makes sense that he would also be on the ship during the finale. I'm pretty sure his partner Dawn is there too. So, for everyone else, we already know that Tails, Amy, Belle, and Jewel are on board. It's unclear if everyone else or just some of them will be in the ship, while others are on the ground. If I'm right, I think that Silver and Blaze, who are hopefully still there, will be down below helping the Restoration evacuate and such. Plus, also that way Silver gets his apology and help lock out Mimic. And that reminds me, how on earth is this going to end? And many predict that Clutch will meet the same fate as Starline, while others think he'll escape. I hope he does stay around, but gets arrested, obviously, because we do need to keep the villain pool as big as we can. Getting rid of him, just like with Starline, it just, makes the villain pool smaller. We need to keep it, as large as we can. We have a lot of hero characters. Keep the villain pool, large. And as for Mimic, of course I want that guy gone, but just keep him in a very good holding cell again. After that, I think everyone is going to want to rebuild the Restoration and tighten things and work on a lot of stuff since they let it get compromised so easily. Same with the Diamond Cutters, because I'm pretty sure after Mimic's reveal, they're going to be very tense with each other, even more so than now, while also working on themselves. Rough and Tumble, who knows? Those two are going to show up again, even if they get locked up. Those goofballs are never going to, not be gone forever. They're like our Wario and Waluigi or Team Rocket, so yeah, the goofball villain duo trio thing. And for Surge and Kit, again, we don't know. It is hard to say. We don't know if they're gonna run away and be angry at everyone. We don't know if they're gonna be staying and be on good terms with everyone, or they're gonna stay, but everyone's gonna be very, suspicious of them again, or they're gonna go, but still be on good terms with everyone after all this? We just don't know. Too early to tell. Regardless, I am looking forward to this double-sized issue. We don't know how it will play out on the ship, who's fighting who, etc. It comes out in November, so we have issue 72, 73, and 74 to get through. No delays, please. Alright guys, take care and get hyped.